Dear friends, in the previous Shloka, chapter 2, Shlok number 10, we saw Krishna Bhagwan smiling. That is the end of all our ego. That is the end of all our ignorance. The smile of Lord Krishna. We saw him smiling. We saw both of them together on the battlefield. The Supreme Soul and the embodied soul. The Jiva. Arjun is the Jiva. Bhagwan is the Atman. We saw both of them on the battlefield. Both of them are surrounded by their relatives. Arjun is surrounded by his relatives. Bhagwan is surrounded by his relatives. Both of them. Arjun is lamenting, crying. The embodied soul is always crying. The Jiva is always crying. You give him everything, he will still be crying only. But the Supreme Soul always smiling. You take away everything of his, he will still be smiling. His smile is permanent. And the Jiva is always wailing, always lamenting, always grumbling, always complaining. The embodied soul, the Jiva, Arjun. And Bhagwan is always joyous, always uplifted, always beautifully endowed with this lovely, delightful smile of his. And then we come to chapter 2, Shlok number 11, which is one of the most important shloks of the Bhagwad Gita. Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Chapter 2, Shlok number 11. Ashochanan vashochastvam pragyavadascha bhashase gatasuna gatasuncha nanushocanti pandita. The loving Lord said, the loving Lord, thank you for your love, Krishna. Only your love can pull me out of this delusion. All the knowledge in the world also can't. Sorry, Krishna. You may give tons and tons and tons and tons of knowledge. But for an ignorant soul like me, I need your love, Krishna. I need your smile, Krishna. I need your hand, Krishna. I need you, Krishna. The loving Lord said, finally Bhagwan is speaking. Did you see how Arjun is talking non-stop and Bhagwan is listening non-stop? And Bhagwan didn't utter a single word while Arjun was emptying out. Will you allow your loved ones to speak and speak and speak all that they want to speak? I am willing to listen. To listen is to love. Not your demonstrations of love to buy gifts and to give this and to give that and to praise. Not your demonstrations of love. But the highest love is to be able to listen patiently and lovingly. That is what Bhagwan has done so far. The whole first chapter, Arjun is raving and ranting and going on and on and on. And Bhagwan lovingly, smilingly listening. Learn to listen. Everybody needs a patient ear. Nobody is listening to anyone in the world. Everyone is doing their own thing, talking their own. But the loving Lord listened to Arjun so far. Bhagwan hasn't spoken a single word. And we have chanted so many shlokas. So many shlokas. Oh my God, we have chanted 47 shlokas when Bhagwan hasn't spoken yet. Can you imagine how good a listener he is? 47 shlokas Arjun has spoken and spoken and spoken and spoken, and Bhagwan has listened and listened and listened quietly without judging. Bhagwan is not going to put him down, though he is already crumpled to the ground, but Bhagwan will only uplift. Like this, let your speech be always uplifting. Ashochanan vashochastvam. The loving Lord said, you grieve over those who should not be grieved for. Arjun, a true wise man does not grieve. These people are not worth your grief. These people are not worth your grief. They are sinners. They will go to different abodes. You cannot do anything about it, Arjun. Even if you don't shoot them, my chakra will kill them. And they will go to different abodes. And if you are going to grieve, Arjun, then your life is going to be filled with grief. Because everybody is standing in the line to get off at their platforms. They are all co-passengers in the train, all of them waiting for their platform, and they will get off the train on their platform, and you will keep grieving. Ignorance, Arjun, ignorance. Everyone will meet with their fate, what is meant for them. Once Yamraj came for a meeting, but before that Vishnu Bhagwan came for the meeting. Once Vishnu Bhagwan came for the meeting, and he removed himself from his Garud eagle, his vehicle, and he went inside to attend the meeting of the gods. Garud, the eagle, was standing outside quietly. He saw a little bird, beautiful newborn little bird. Lovely feathers, soft and cuddly, cute and beautiful. He saw this little bird and he was admiring that what sweetness is this. Suddenly from there came Yam Bhagwan. Yam Bhagwan got off his bull, parked his bull and went, and he was just about to go inside to attend the meeting of the gods, and he saw this little bird. And Yam Bhagwan kept staring at that little bird. Yam Bhagwan is the god of death, by the way. The lord of death, who comes and takes the embodied soul away to damnation. Yam Bhagwan kept staring at that little bird. Garud's heart started to ache. He said, now the bird will die, because Yam Bhagwan is the lord of death, and the lord of death has stood there and stared and stared and stared at the bird. The bird will die, but not if I can help it. Little bird, I will save you. Nobody can fly as fast as me in the three worlds. Garud is the fastest eagle in the three worlds. He is Lord Vishnu's vehicle. Nobody can catch up with me. He picked up the little bird, the tiny, soft, cuddly, sweet, beautiful little bird. He picked her up and he flew full speed as far as he could go. And he reached on the peak of the highest mountain that anyone could reach. And he left that bird over there at the top of the peak of that mountain. And the moment he put the bird down, a snake came and swallowed the bird. And the bird died. The snake came and swallowed the bird, and the bird died. Garud was so dejected, so upset. He came back and he had tears in his eyes. And he said, when Yam Bhagwan came out, he said, oh Yam Bhagwan, this is what happened, Yam Bhagwan. Yam Bhagwan said, you know, when I entered this meeting and I saw this bird, I was wondering that this bird's death is written on that mountain, but how will such a tiny bird ever reach that mountain at this time? How would the bird, it can't even fly, how would the bird reach on the top of that mountain? Its death was written on the top of that mountain by a snake, and I was looking at the bird and wondering away, how will the bird reach there? Everyone's death is fixed. Everyone's death is fixed. Arjun, you should not grieve. Everyone has to go. Everyone has a return ticket. Arjun, the loving Lord said you grieve over those who should not be grieved for. You should not grieve for anyone. Grief is when somebody departs, leaves their body and goes, and you start grieving for that person, you start pulling them back. They are going on their soul journey. They need to go higher and higher and higher. And the man of true understanding only blesses and dismisses. And he says in his heart, bless and dismiss. Bless and dismiss. Bless and dismiss. And allows that soul to go. But the one who is ignorant, the one who is caught up in ignorance, he pulls that soul back, and that soul gets very disturbed. Very disturbed. When you grieve, you are causing so much disturbance to that soul who wants to go on this beautiful flight. Beautiful flight to the beyond. You grieve over those, Bhagwan said. When Bhagwan opens his mouth, he says such wonderful things. When the Jiva opens his mouth, he says such rubbish. When Bhagwan opens his mouth, look what he says. My God. Mahavakya, the one to take you beyond grief. Only Bhagwan can do this. Only Bhagwan can do this. And he says, you grieve over those who should not be grieved for. Yet you speak like the learned. Arjun, you are giving me lots of knowledge, 47 shloks, non-stop knowledge. That the men will die, the women will look for other men, the children born will be intercaste, and when they give us tarpan and shrad, all will be sin. All this silly knowledge you have given me, Arjun. What silly knowledge you have collected, Arjun. Yet you speak like a pandit, as if you know it all. But the one who knows it all does never grieve. The wise man never grieves. That, my friends, is the mark of a wise man. Not his change of clothes. If he wears saffron, ochre clothes, shaves his head, begs for his living, that does not make him a wise man. Or he may have tons and tons of disciples, that does not make him a wise man. Sorry. What makes him a wise man is that he never ever grieves. Ashochanan vashochastvam. The wise man never ever grieves. And here Bhagwan says something most beautiful. You speak like the learned, but wise men do not grieve over the living and over the dead. Even the dramas in your home, they cannot disturb the wise man. He has made up his mind to be still and calm. Once there was a painting competition, and the subject given was peace. And all the people made beautiful paintings on peace. And there was one artist who made a complete storm. The waves are sky high. The tide is swelling. The wind is blowing, the trees are falling. And on a branch, falling branch, a little bird singing away. And he wrote peace in the midst of storm. And that is what a wise man is. You may have storms in your household, but you are the still point in this turning universe. You are the still point in this otherwise turning universe. You need to be calm. You need to be peaceful. You need to be Krishnamay and Ramamay and Nanakmay. They never grieve. Bhagwan saw his whole Yadu clan perish before his eyes. All his beloveds died before his eyes. He did not grieve. He was Satchidanand. You and I, dear friends, have to learn from Lord Krishna how to be Satchidanand, because the wise men never grieve, nor for the living, nor for the dead.